Hello, welcome back to the channel. Brandy here, or if you're new, welcome and thank you for stopping by. Today we are going to do the 2026 Homestead Apartment Tour, and I'm really excited to just kind of maybe do this annually. But for this year, I just want to show you what I've kind of put in place so far to increase and build on my homesteading practice in an urban setting, in a small apartment in fact. But also on top of this, I am going to do this tour again next year, so subscribe if you're down, where I show you some before and afters, but some of the things are just ideas that will be planted throughout the year and in fruition next year, and some of the things are already going great. So I'm going to give you a tour. I have about 10 key areas of how I homestead so far to share with you in case you can be inspired, or maybe you have some suggestions too. So I'm going to walk you through the tour. So before we do that,
join the tribe, please subscribe, hit the bell, and leave a comment.
okay, so I know my door is kind of dusty, don't mind me, but I'm just going to walk you through some things in the kitchen that are homestead prepped. So over here is kind of where I have started to work on sprouting. So I have some alfalfa and broccoli sprout seeds that will be germinating, so I'm just keeping those covered because they're in day one of their germination process. So that is a homestead practice of having microgreens that I can make from seed form, so that's something. Up here, as you can see, I have a drying rack for my plastic bags that I recycle or reuse, and any extra disc rags that I want to dry quickly. And so that's item number 2. Here we have a beautiful windowsill where I am actually going to be putting a windowsill garden, some things that I'm expecting to grow. The sprouts will go there, they should fit comfortably, and I am going to also try to attempt to grow garlic and onion there. That's really necessary, and if I could get potatoes to work out, that would be great too, and some tomatoes. So that's the idea of what's going to go here, but I'm not sure what's possible. If that doesn't work, then I'll just add more herbs that are easy to grow, like cilantro and maybe some mint. So that's kind of the plan, but this is going to take a while to put together, certainly. And then I want to show you this area right here. So this area where there's just this wall pretty much, or this cabinet, I want to put 2 small shelves there so I can have more gardening, or maybe a little bookshelf or something. I think it'd be a cute way to make the kitchen a little bit more cozy, so that is definitely on my list as well. So now let's see, is there anything else in the kitchen? Oh, I'm gonna show you my pantry and my freezer a little bit too, so let's go over there. Okay, so here's the pantry. I'll show you this first because it's just ingredients. I do keep a few of my ingredients over in this corner too, so I have flour and sugar and chickpea flour and that sort of thing over there. So that's more of like my baking stuff. And then over here I have my sprouting seeds. I have some I buy a lot of my food in bulk to save quite a bit of money. If you haven't followed my Frugal lifestyle series, please check it out. But we have some egg noodles, some chia seeds, peanut butter, you know, the basics. And then up here I made some cookies, and I prefer to eat them room temp, so they're up there. And I'm actually thinking about learning to make pancake mix from scratch, because that's pretty simple and I can use the ingredients I already have. And I might figure out a healthy cracker so I don't have to keep buying saltines, although they're like $2 for like 4 I don't know, 4 sleeves or so. So like, you know, maybe not, it's not super important. I also eat a ton of popcorn. So this is the pantry. And there's actually potentially going to be a second pantry. I'm thinking about it, but I'll explain that more in a moment. So stand by for that. But let's go over to the freezer real quick so you can see something else I'm working on. At the freezer, and in the name of homesteading, I'm going to show you my freezer. It's not super neat, but that's not the point. But what I want to show you here is like what my fridge is looking like. I have not gone grocery shopping for 8 days now. And so I've been pantry shopping. So if you look in my fridge, I'm gonna be meal prepping there for the week. And this is kind of what's left. We have some homemade cookie dough, gingerbread cookies, homemade cookie dough, peanut butter cookies, frozen veggies, frozen broccoli, frozen mixed veggies. I always keep these for my kiddos because they tend to like be pretty active. I keep this lid here, and what I actually use the lid for is I take the ice cubes, and in the morning I will do an ice facial with it. So that's why I really love this, just to like have the cubes ready. And I use those. I have some leftover homemade rolls that I made, a banana that was chopped up for smoothie use, and then I have frozen blueberries because they're more affordable than mixed berries these days. Plus, I actually prefer them. And over here, I have 2 soups this is like a curry veggie soup that I made. So I have some extra soup and buns and like hair deep conditioner liquid for my hair projects, because I make a leave-in from scratch for my hair, moisturizing leave-in, and I can also use this more than one way. But this is okra water. Sometimes I'll use flex gel. I have some frosting my son and I made. It's Biscoff frosting, and I didn't want to waste it, so that's there. And then I have some olive oil and aloe cubes I made for hair moisture. So this is the freezer, but the point of me showing you the freezer is that I plan to keep filling my freezer with food. So I'll batch cook, and then I'll take the excess. I made 4 of these, in fact, but I've been working on the excess over the last week because I had caught a cold flu. So I've had a lot of this soup, and the curry soup actually had a bunch of turmeric in it to help with inflammation and recovery. So that was really good. So this is the point of the freezer is if you want to homestead, you can start preparing food in batches, and that saves a lot of money, and it also keeps you kind of saving time and energy too. So this is a form of homesteading that people will fill their freezers with food from scratch or very fresh, healthy options, and easeful options too. So just wanted to show you my freezer. So there we go. All right, so now I'm just taking you over to my Apothecary station and my dining room area, where we kind of use this as, a space for tea. So I have a lot of herbs going on over here, and they kind of are utilized, or I'll make my tea blends from scratch. I made a really good sleepy time tea blend. I'm gonna be sure to put this on the it should be in the shorts, the recipe for this, if you're curious. But I have some tea blends I've made, all of the loose ingredients on the top 2 shelves. I have my sewing machine, which is another homestead technique, just sewing your clothes from scratch. And I do have an upcycle series on the channel, so you can watch me upcycle some of my clothing that I feel is just a bit frumpy and needs to be refreshed and ready for wear. So there's that. And then down on the bottom shelves, I have a few other ingredients that are really important. A lot of these things are empty for me to use as I would like to, or to make as gifts, since I used to have an apothecary where I sold my products. So these things are just kind of, for me to use as needed. So I have some raw materials and ingredients there. I also have been taking these dollar store candles and remaking my candles, since I have this giant bucket full of essential oil and fragrance oil. So I have my tools down there, but basically this is the Apothecary station. This little thing up here is like a laser toy for my cat, so not related. But here are some other areas where I find really great homesteading vibes in actual homesteading. So I'm loving it, and I have had an apothecary station in my home for years because it's just more efficient, especially as I tended to make candles and teas and lotions and body butters and soap and all of that. So I also have some of my soap making supplies here. But I will show you another area that I kind of use for some of the ingredients that I'm working with. Oh wait, but before I do that, I want to show you this little cozy corner. Nothing going on over here next to the apothecary station. So what I plan to do, which isn't in place yet, but will be, is I'm going to get a small like dresser that kind of just fits the vibe here, where I'm going to fill it with dry goods that are low cost, so that way it's where I can kind of fill the freezer like with products that are cooked and ready. So for my goal to work well, I actually probably need to have a little pantry designed into this area right here. And this is not here nor there, but kind of relevant maybe when I look back on this with you all like next year, is this wall here and up here. I'm going to wallpaper to just add a little bit more cozy chic in this corner. With that, I think it'll be a nice touch. And then if you look at this carpet, I'm not impressed at all. I found this on Amazon, so this is going to be one of the items in my Amazon upcycle video. And I also think I'm going to redo this carpet. I need to like deep clean my rug. So don't look at that, look at this. And this is the other rug that I'm going to upcycle. I'm actually going to dye this and then maybe add some tassels on the end just to make it a little bit nicer. So I just wanted to show you, these are projects that should look different by the 2027 update. So here's another area where I kind of keep supplies and whatnot. So down here I have my soap making tools and some of the items that I use. So I have a heat press. Sometimes I like do heat presses on tote bags and shirts, so that's something really fun I do to make gifts. Also over here I have spray paint and different things that I use for different projects. So I do love to upcycle furniture, so I'll have spray paint for that purpose. I like to grind up my teas or some of the herbs or flowers to make powders for face masks or hair masks and that sort of thing. Soap making tools, crock pot. I'm planning to do a very simple series on basic soap DIY recipes from scratch, my soap trays and that sort of thing. So this is another area where I keep tools for my homesteading practice. And here's one more area where I kind of store a few things. So I did a short video on my channel where I show you my natural DIY laundry soap recipe. It's in here. I made a 2-gallon bucket, so you can kind of see this is stored in my son's bathroom. It's closest to the laundry room, so it's just there as needed, but I still have plenty in my smaller containers, so this is just where I store the backup. Okay, so it's time I show you the patio. It is very bare, but it's gonna be great. So eventually I'm going to put a patio garden out here, and yeah, it should be really cute. But this is only after the windowsill garden is all set, so it's pretty basic for now, but I have big plans. And last but not least, I'm gonna show you my storage. And it's not too messy in here. I tend to keep this pretty tidy, but this is where I store all of my extra herbal tea that I buy in bulk. So you can see I have tons of it because I used to make and tea for sale too, so I tend to stock it because it's more affordable. So this is kind of my station for storage. That is the whole tour of my homestead. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope it gave a lot of potential inspiration if you're working on homesteading too. And I'm looking forward to sharing another one next year where these things are actually in place a little bit more, and just to see how, you know, the cozy vibes will kind of uptick, but also like the productivity of homesteading. So I can't wait to share everything I learned. Be sure to check out the channel if you're curious and interested. And of course, I'm going to ask you, are you a homesteader? Are you curious about it? Are you working on it? If so, share in the comments below, what are your favorite tips? What do you think about it? what's one thing you're going to be working on for the next year as well. I'm here to support and definitely cheer you on. So looking forward to sharing the journey with you all. Please be sure to subscribe, join the tribe, hit the bell, and leave a comment. I will catch you in the next video, and be sure to have a blessed day. All right, take care.